Is your relationship with money a beautiful love story, a horror movie, or a slow, steady, and predictable historical movie? Hi, I'm Tracy from the Money Boss Show, and I'm here to help you step into your personal power, make more money, build the life of your dreams. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. I even have my Valentine's Day shirt on to celebrate. Today, we are going to be talking about one of the most important relationships that you have. And yes, I know money isn't everything, but you are on the Money Boss channel. And today we are diving into your money story. So I'll ask again, is it a love story? Is it a horror with horrific ups and downs and suspenseful debit swipes, not knowing if it's going to go through? Or is it a steady, predictable, saving, secure, invest? What is your relationship with money? Because whether you know it or not, you do have one. And it affects absolutely everything in your life in regards to money. And I'm going to venture out on a limb and say everything to do with money affects the relationships that you hold dear, whether that's with a spouse and a shortage of money causes fights, whether that's with your children and your ability to pay for things or not. Money and our relationships, money and life go hand in hand. One of my favorite sayings is money isn't everything, but it's right up there with oxygen. So today we're going to dive right in and I'm going to walk you through your money story, how it was built, and how you can change it. So if you are here to make a lot of money and build your dream life, like this episode, subscribe to the channel and let's do this. So, as I mentioned, everybody has a relationship with money. Even though we don't think about it, money affects everything we do all day long. The society we live in, until we can pay our bills with love and other currency, money is important. And our relationship with it, our ability to make it, save it, earn it, invest it, is critically important. So you go, Tracy, I don't have a money relationships. Money's money. It comes into my account and it goes. Well, guarantee if you dig deep or not so deep, you'll discover your feelings about money. So, what is that? It's never enough. Easy come, easy go. Money is evil. Rich people are evil. What are the things your parents said to you growing up? Because we're going to go into how your money story was built next. Did your parents say, we don't have enough all the time? Stop asking for that. Be grateful. There's starving kids in Africa. Guarantee you, you can grab a sheet of paper and write down the one-liners that your parents said, that your grandparents said, that are still in your brain. Whether you say them out loud or not, they might be not far down in your subconscious mind, secretly driving the way you think, feel, and believe about money. So, as with all our beliefs in life, they are formed from the time we are born to 7 years old. Believe it or not, 98% of our beliefs, our subconscious beliefs, are formed when we're 0 to 7 years old. Because think of that. When we're kids, we're looking at all the adults for information on how to survive, for them to help us survive. And we are an open sponge to everything the adults say. Prime example, if an adult accidentally swears, guess what little one's doing? Swearing, because they're hearing it, they're thinking it, and then it's coming out. Why do we think that the things that we say on a daily basis as parents don't do the same? Just because they don't repeat their starving kids in Africa right after you say it when they're 6 years old doesn't mean they're not hearing it and programming themselves. When we are 0 to 7 years old, we're in a state called theta, and that is very similar to hypnosis in that Everything comes in. There's not a lot of filters, and that's why kids absorb everything. So, can you start to see where I'm going with this? If 98% of your thoughts are formed from 0 to 7 years old, and you hold those thoughts all the way through your life until you're aware of it and reprogram, can you see how dangerous that is? As adults, I've said it so many times, but we think we're these smart, brilliant adults that are just operating on all this knowledge that we've developed and got in university. And there's no way we're like our parents. No way, right? But deep down, those beliefs were formed about the way we see the world, about the way we see opportunity, about the way we see our potential, the way we see money, if it's good, bad, evil, lovely, horrific, the way we see relationships in our life, that is programmed by our parents, 0 to 7 years old. 97, 98% of our thoughts. 2% of our thoughts are conscious. And those are the thoughts as an adult that I want to be rich. I want to do this. I'm going to start this. The stuff that we're purposely thinking. Most of the time, we slip in and the subconscious mind is driving our behavior. Hey, it's me. I hope you're enjoying this episode, courtesy of another hotel room. Once again, I'm on the road for business and so excited to be talking to you about your money story, one of the most important stories and relationships that you have. So if you're enjoying this episode, like it and subscribe to make sure you are coming along with us on this journey to step into your personal power, make more money, and build the life of your dreams. See you back in the episode. And we don't even know it. That's the thing. And the best example to explain that is what I use all the time. Two goldfish in water. They're swimming. One goldfish goes by and he says, the water's nice today, right? The other goldfish says, water? Because that goldfish has never been out of water. He doesn't know anything else. So it is the same as our brain. And when I learned this, I'm like, are we for real? Think of it. Most people that grow up in poverty, welfare, are third, fourth, fifth generation. Why? Because that's all they see growing up. They take it in through their mind, they take it in through their ears, it goes onto the screen of their mind, programs them, and then that's what we create in reality. So, is your life very similar to your parents, your grandparents? Are you living in the same community, thinking the same thoughts, doing the same thing? That's no accident. That's how humans work. And maybe your parents live a great life and that's what you wanted, and that's amazing. Then you don't need to worry about this. Mission accomplished. But if you are here watching the Money Boss channel, you're keen, you want to make money, you want to break out, you want to be powerful, because we know money lends to opportunity. Opportunity comes from money. I don't care what anybody says. And if they say any different, it's because they don't have enough money and they're making excuses. So if you're living the life that your parents lived and you're happy with it, you can just shut this off because you don't need to change. But if you are here and you've done all the things that they told you you need to do, and you're starting to get stuck, you can't seem to make a lot of money, you're going backwards, no matter how much you try, you need to realize that life is a mindset game. And you're never going to achieve something that is not in your brain, and you're never going to achieve something that you can't see as a potential for yourself. So if you grew up in welfare or lower middle class or middle class, that's what you know. That's your roadmap, your blueprint, your reality. So you just automatically have taken that into your brain through your childhood right up until this day. And then you're recreating those results. But if you want a different result, you need to do a different reality creation framework. So let's go there. Every single day, we're creating our reality. Most of the time, we don't realize it because it's so slow and progress is tiny and incremental, right? And at some point, we stop having kids, we're married, schooling's done, you get in a job, you start to plateau, and then you really get stuck. And then you start to think you're stuck and you don't think you can change your life, right? So let's go through the reality creation framework because this is it. This is it. It's sexy and not sexy all at the same time. You create your reality, pardon me, with your thoughts, beliefs, like I said, formed by your parents, and everything from 7 years old to whatever age you are has pretty much been looking at the world through the lens of what you were programmed to confirm what your family taught you. So if your family was lower middle class and they said there was a lot of poverty, from 7 onwards, you were just looking for poverty. The reticular activating system, I think I'm saying that right, is a system in your brain that sorts through the 40 to 100,000 thoughts they say we think every day. Just could you imagine if your brain was actually processing every one of those? No, you have a beautiful system called the RAS system that sorts through your thoughts to look for what you think, belief, or danger. And then it brings that to your attention. So a good example of that is, have you ever bought a car you really wanted? Let's say like a blue, I don't even know car models these days, a blue Cadillac, let's say. And you think you're going to be so keen and unique with your blue Cadillac. You buy it, and then all of a sudden, all you see is blue Cadillacs. Chances are not everybody went to buy a blue Cadillac yesterday with you. You're just now seeing it because it's important and it's on the radar of your mind. Your RAS system is sorting for blue Cadillacs. And then it's sorting out the pink, the black, all of the other ones, right? So that's how it works. 0 to 7, your program, 7 to whatever age you are, you're operating on that unless you've learned this work and you're reprogramming. So all you're doing is seeing what you've been conditioned to see and operating from that. So you need to get into the reality creation framework and purposely reprogram your thoughts and beliefs. I'll talk about actions at the end. So hang with me right to the end, please. Thoughts, beliefs, create a feeling, create an action, create a result. That's how you create your life. If you think life is hard and money is hard to make, that's a thought belief. You get a feeling and then you act accordingly. And then you act accordingly, you get the same results. If you think you can't change your life, you go through reality creation, not taking a new action. Now, let's say you listen to this and you're like, I could be wealthy. Yes, you can. Most people that have been very successful came from great poverty. Why? Because they got so good and mad or so good and excited that they said, no way will I live my life like I grew up. So what do? They go and learn. They change their thoughts and beliefs about their potential, about money. They get a new feeling. And from a feeling, that's how we act, right? If you now believe it's possible for you, you're going to go grab a book, watch a movie, and you're going to learn. If you're going to learn, you're going to take an action on that and you're going to get a different result. Simple, easy peasy, but here's the thing, and why most people give up. They'll listen to one podcast and they'll be like, okay, thinking positive, and then they don't listen to anything else and they slide back into their normal reality. The problem is change takes time. I'm 42 years old. So my life today is a byproduct from 0 to 42. So chances are, if I want to change my tomorrow, I need to change my thoughts, beliefs, feelings, actions, and then I'll get new results tomorrow. It takes time. And being in a job or building a company takes time. So you got to sort through the old you, the muck, while you're learning to create new results for tomorrow. It's a leading, lagging thing in life, right? So the reality creation framework is how you are creating your life day in, day out, whether you know it or not. So here is the thing. If you want to change your life, change your story, right? What are you thinking about money? What are those thoughts that you've been programmed? We'll go into the action phase right away, but it is simple as this. It is as simple as this. Change your story, change your life. So Write down your thoughts and beliefs about money, those one-liners. What do you hear your parents say? Next time, if they are still alive, beautiful, spend some time with them. You're going to start to hear their little one-liners and you'll be like, check. That's why I think that. It's quite funny once you're aware of this. Number two, read books, watch videos, go to courses, improve yourself. Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to pick you. You got to say, I can do this. Nobody's more special than me. All they did, the people that have reached success, is realize that money is a skill. And when you learn how to make money, you can make money just like any other skill. So if somebody wants to be successful, they go about changing their thoughts and beliefs. Books, podcasts, videos, courses, numerous ways that you can learn. So write down your thoughts and beliefs about money. That's a good visual way to get an understanding about what's in there. Go, I think money is evil. Money, rich people are bad, whatever the case is. Those are good prompts. And on my website, there's actually a checklist, a free checklist of the top 30 limiting beliefs. You can go through those and go, oh yeah, I think I'm too young to make money, too old. I'm a female, I can't. And then in there, it gives an activity, a prompt to use a set of words in front of a belief to see if it triggers something in you. Watch your words. The word, put an S in front, it's sword. It's a weapon used against your mind and against other people. If you're saying that you're poor, your brain doesn't know the difference between truth or what's false. Have you ever imagined a fight between a family friend because they made you mad or you thought they slighted you? And then all of a sudden you're building up this story and you finally talk to them and they're like, no, not at all. I'm sorry I looked at you evil. I just got a bad text. You made a whole story up in your mind. It wasn't real. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real thought and an imagined thought. So when you're saying, I'm poor, I can't afford that, guard your words. They're a weapon. And you need to act, think, believe like the person you want to be. So we'll end with this one note. Is your money story a beautiful romance, a horror story, a predictable historical movie that's steady? You're saving, you're cautious with your spending. What is your money story? It's important. It's one of your most important relationships with your faith, with your friends, your family, and it should be money. We need money day in, day out. Why not make it a love story rather than a horror story? So if you want to change your life, you need to change your story. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like it, subscribe, and I'll see you on next week's episode. Bye-bye.